So I've been noticing recently, upon arriving in a new location, upon having very different circumstances occur in my life, but the same drive to do large things and be happy with myself, I suppose. We are a culmination of the things that we do. That is, in my opinion, the predominant thing that we should focus on, because our thoughts are kind of all over the place, and the way that we feel to other people is kind of out of our control. It's based on other people's psychology. Our effect on the world is subjective as well, where we could sit in one place and do incredible work and change lives in incredible ways. Other people could sit in a place and change more lives in less incredible ways. So a lot of it comes down to subjectivity. But I think the one thing that we can control, and something that's very objective and actually makes us feel good about ourselves, is what we do. What we do with our time, what we do with our lives. So I wanted to make this video to explain to you something that I've been using to hack the way that I approach my life and my activities. And that is something that I picked up from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, which is an incredible book. If you ever have a chance in your life and you want to figure out what are the barriers holding us back from potentially achieving what other people can or do, it comes down to our habits. It really does. And the particular thing that I wanted to go over was actually the habit of chaining things together. So there's this incredible, I guess, breakthrough in this book for me that says if you chain one thing that you don't already do with something that you do already do, your likelihood of doing that thing that you want to do is incredibly high. And in fact, if done over multiple activities, multiple habits, I mean, you could start small. In fact, I really do recommend that you start small, just one thing. I think a lot of us feel like we don't have enough time in our lives, in our days, to do the things that we believe we should or can do. And habit chaining is a wonderful way to make some more time. Absolutely wonderful. And it actually, I think in the long run, it actually gives us a more productive period of concentration on a specific task. So for instance, I have gone out of my way recently to try to build in the habit of working out, because I was a very unhealthy person in a lot of ways. Like I wasn't like considered obese or anything, but I was definitely not eating great. I wasn't feeling great about my cardio, aesthetically, my muscles, whatever. I wasn't particularly happy with it. And what I realized is that I'm also not particularly okay with, let me break for dog. Hello, dog. It's a cute dog. Sorry, let me hold you up. What was I saying? Yes, habits. Look at this hair. I wanted to be fit. I want to be someone that's healthy, mentally and physically. I want this body to be a temple, so that when I interact with other human beings, or when I'm sitting there alone, I have a sense of peace. And a big philosophy that has guided a lot of how I look at life and how I approach my satisfaction is every day is a lifetime. Now, if every day is a lifetime, what do we want to divide our time into in our life? What are like the super important things that are gonna make or break us psychologically in terms of feeling that we are the people that we want to be? Habits. It's the things that we do. I think Alex Hormozy, if you don't have a chance, if you haven't had a chance to check him out, I would. He has a very concise way of explaining his philosophy on things, and I think he has a very deep philosophy, because if people can, and that'll be another video, but he basically talks about this concept of habit formation. I actually lost my thought process. But the habits that we form, the habits that we consistently do every day. That's what it was. Data. We could design machines to think like we do, to feel like they think like we do. AI, whatever machine that we have that's particularly advanced relies on data to function, to give it a baseline of understanding, a baseline of numbers, statistics that allow it to function in an efficient manner, in a manner that actually is productive. So why not take that into account when it comes to our own psychology, our own philosophy of self? If we decide to start doing something and we consistently do that thing, then the data stacks up in favor of that thing. If we want to draw or paint or play music or start a business or go into real estate or go on dates, whatever it is, the more we do that thing, the more we believe that we are that person. Which is an incredible hack in life. And I'm starting to shy away from using the word hack because it kind of feels like cheating, but that's really kind of what it is. Right? We have this phenomenal awareness of self that perhaps other organisms don't have. And to utilize that in a way that makes us greater than what we are, in a way that makes us feel greater about ourselves, I think is incredible. Why not use that ability? Habit formation, to me, is essential for that. And repetition, consistency is essential for this. So try the chaining thing out. The other point I wanted to make about the chaining thing is time, right? I mentioned this earlier. The amount of time we have in a day literally comes down to whether or not we feel we have enough time to do the things that we hope / wish / know we should be doing. This damn hair, I gotta get a haircut. The phenomenal part about habit chaining is by virtue of not having to think about when we want to do something or how we're going to squeeze out the time to do something, we have way more time in the day, and thus we have way more time in our life. If every day is a lifetime, when you get more time in a day, we have more time in our life. Habit chaining gives us the ability to circumvent the thinking about doing. Instead, we just do. And to some of you, this may sound like a very mechanical way to live life. This may sound like, where is my freedom? Where is my sense of exploration? Where is all of this? And to those of you that are believing these things or having these contradictions, I say it's a fairly unrealistic. I think it's kind of living in a whimsical fairyland in which we do not become the true versions of ourselves that are actually productive members of society and actually able to become great in any sense. Because if we don't do the things, thinking about them doesn't accomplish anything. If there's a bully in front of you and they keep treating you like shit and you don't say anything to them or you don't demean them in any way, they'll keep treating you like shit. And this life's like that. If we don't stand our ground, if we don't care about what's happening to us, then it will keep happening to us. And so this is why I started this channel. This is why I started caring at all about my habits or the way that I think about myself or life in general, because I don't want to be a subject. I don't want to be subject to things that everyone is allowing themselves to be subject to. I want to be the outlier so that I may shed light on what's actually going on. And what better way to understand the world than to understand oneself, to understand what we're going through, what our philosophies are, and what our complications are. So I think if we can fix our habits into aligning what we actually want to do with life, we'll probably be happier and healthier. Food for thought. Hopefully this video finds you well. If you are on the other side, smash that thumbs up button. Hello again.
How are you today?
I'm good. Round 2 of the podcast. My good neighbor. You live in that corner house, right?
Yeah, down in the valley there. How about you?
Right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I will come bug you at some point.
Please do.
You seem like a nice man.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm Wendell, by the way.
Tarab.
Rob.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to know your name. Just bang on the door any old time.
I will do.
before 9 p.m.
Of course. Within respectful hours.
Have a good one.
Take care. It's very important to do these things. It's very, very important to build the habit of being friendly, of caring about yourself. Do it. And watch this video if you have a second. This house right here, this is a video. It'll be talking more about the habit stuff. Actualize your potential, my friend. The world needs you. Take care.